Hi everybody, my name is Christy Watkins, and today we are going to be doing a picmonkey tutorial. But before we start, what I want you to do is I want you to go into Google, and I want you to find a pretty background that you like. So just go into Google and type in backgrounds, and I want you to save one of those backgrounds to your computer. And then I also want you to find a picture of a person that you can also save to your computer. And then what I need you to do is I need you to be watching this video on your phone or a different computer, because you are going to need to use your computer to do this tutorial with me, because we're going to do it together. So run and do that stuff real quick and then come back and we will get started. The first thing I want to tell you is why creating good images is so important. So as a coach, we invite people to challenge groups. We have challenge groups where we like to have an image at the top of the challenge group. We invite people to coach. We post transformation pictures. And we want those pictures and those images and those graphics to be eye-catching. Because how much stuff goes through Facebook, right? It just scrolls down, and if it's not eye-catching, you're not going to stop and look at it. So we need to work on making our stuff eye-catching so that it will make somebody pause and look at it and then want to read what you wrote. Because it's also important to not just post your graphic, but to also post a little blurb with it so that when it catches their eye, they will stop and read what you wrote. So with that being said, we are going to go ahead and go to picmonkey.com, and I'm going to share my screen with you. Let's do this. Okay. Here we go. So you see we are at picmonkey.com, and it's spelled picmonkey.com, and you can only do this from your computer. You can't do it on your iPhone or anything. So this is going to be the place that you want to sit down at your computer and do this. All right, so the first thing I do is I go to design. You can, and you see below, there's all different kinds of things that you can use. You can do square, Facebook cover. So if you're doing a group, you might want to design a Facebook cover. But for now, we're just going to go and press design. Okay? And so this is what's going to come up. And right here is your background. Okay? And you want to be able to change that. Now, you could just come over here and pick a color and have it change, and you could apply that and then go to resize, and you can make it any size you want. So let's say I want it to be a Facebook cover photo. I could just change the size, and there we go. But that's not what I want to do today. So I want to do my own to make it a little more interesting. So I'm not going to save what I did. I'm going to go to open. Okay, so right here I pressed open, and I'm going to find the image that I want to use, and it's going to be this one right here. And I'll click it, and there it is. It opens right up. And once again, if you want to resize this, you can just come to here, resize it. You can sharpen it. You can change the color if you want. You can make it, more orange or black and white. So you can do a lot of things. You can change the exposure. You can rotate it. But we don't want that. Okay. So there's your background. Now, when I first started, I wanted to whenever I wanted to put another picture on top of this, I always wanted to go here to get my picture up to open. But that's not what that's for. This is only for your backgrounds, okay? So if you come up here and pick another image, it's going to replace this image right here. So to put another image on top of this image, we're gonna go to this butterfly over here, and it's called overlay. So I'm gonna click that, okay? And I'm gonna scroll up to the top. You can choose from a bunch of stuff here, okay? I'm gonna try geometric right now because I'm gonna make a little banner, okay? And you see it pops up black and it's a rectangle, but I can change the shape of it. So I'm gonna make it longer. I'm gonna have it go all the way across. Okay, so it comes up black, and if I wanna change the color, I can just click the color, and I'll change it to this color right here. I can also fade it so that it's kind of see-through. So I like that. And then I'm done with that. Now I want to go down. There's so many things. You just kind of experiment with it and have fun. I'm going to pick this banner right here. And I'm going to put it over top. I'm going to show you a fun little thing. Let's see. So I'm going to make it about as big as the other one. Okay. So I'm going to change that to purple. We'll try that. Okay. So let's say I want this blue part to be over top of the purple part. Let's say I don't want the purple part up front. I'm going to right click it, the purple, okay? And you see all these choices here. I could delete the overlay. I can send it to the back. I can send it backwards, bring it forward, bring it to the front. I can duplicate it if I want. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it to the back. Okay, so I sent it to the back, and it's in back of that blue right now. And I'm going to fade it too, and I'm going to actually pick a different color so that we can see the change. Okay, there we go. So I picked a different color, and now you just see this subtle change in the banner. It's kind of cool. Okay, let's move this guy over. All right, so we've got the banner. Now what I want to do is I want to put some text. So I'm going to go to text right here, and I'm going to pick the whatever font I want. You see there's tons of them. I'm just going to pick this one, and I'm going to add the text. I'm just going to type it in right here. Okay, so I can take this and I can move it wherever I want, and I can make it larger too. There we go. So there we go. There's my text. All right, let's go add another image. So this is where your image of your person is going to come in. So you're going to go over here to overlays again, click that butterfly, and we're going to go all the way up to the top, and I'm going to pick your own. Okay, so that'll let you pick an image from your own computer. I'm going to pick my own. And I'm going to pick this one right here. Okay, so you've got your picture right here, and what I want you to do is I want you to make it as big as you can, and I'm about to show you why. So have you seen those images where it looks like the person's just on the background and it's just perfect and looks nice and fun? Well, that's what I'm about to show you. So you make it nice and big. And this right here is for the overlay, and you can change the color if you want. We don't want to change the color. I could fade myself if I wanted to. Don't want to do that. What I want to do is go to eraser. Okay, so I'm going to make my eraser nice and big at first because I'm just going to erase all that unnecessary stuff, and that's quicker. So I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to erase it. So just get as close as you can without having to go into too much detail, and then you'll go in later and do more detail work closer up, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so we did that. So now I want to get closer to the body, and I want it to be nice and clean because you don't want to see the lines. And it's always better to pick a background with some texture to it so that the lines are hidden. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. See this percentage over here? I'm going to click on that, okay? And I'm going to slide it up so I get nice and big. And I can pick the area that I want to focus on. So I'm going to click down here because this is a tricky area down here. And I'm going to go and I'm going to make this eraser smaller so I can handle it better. And I'm also going to take the eraser hardness down because this makes it blend better. So it's not such a hard line. And then it won't be as hard to see, or it'll be cleaner. You won't have to see all those mess ups that you have when you get too close. Okay. So you do one area, and then you can move on to the next. So to go to the next one, you would just click this guy over here again and move it. So I'm going to move over here. I'm going to make my eraser a little bigger this time because I have more room. You're just going to go nice and slow because you don't want it to look sloppy. You want it to look nice and neat and pretty. And this is probably the most time consuming of it, but when it's done, it looks so nice. So it's definitely worth it. Okay. So you get the idea. I'm just going to do real quick. Let's come up here. Oops. Do up around the head. This is another tricky area with the hair. But you see how when I hit my head, it's kind of just blending. That's what you want. Okay, so you get the idea. That's how we erase. I'll just do a quick job right here. Get this out of the way. Okay. So when you're done doing all that and you've got all the areas, you'll come back and you will, zoom back out and close this guy. And you're going to place this image wherever you want to place it. You may notice that the top, okay, now that I have it, I notice, oh, there's some spots I missed. So I can go back and just, fix them. And you don't see them. And obviously there's other spots that I missed down below, but that would take forever, and you don't want to be here forever. All right, so once again, let's say I wanted to take my picture and I wanted it to go in back of the banner. Now, I know that's unlikely, but let's just do it for kicks and giggles. So I'm going to send it back, and there, I'm in back of it, okay? If I want to bring it back forward, let's say I messed up, once again, you right click and I bring it to the front, okay? But for now, I'm going to put me right down there. Okay, so there's that. Then let's say, we're making an emerald announcement. So I want to do a nice little star. So I went to overlays again, and I just picked a shape. I'm going to blow this up a little bit, and I'm going to keep it black. So I'm just going to X out of there, and I'm going to click on text again to get my text. I'm just going to add it. I'm going to type in Emerald Coach. And I'm going to change the text color to white so it will show up on that background. And then, so something I do is you can go to Google and get all kinds of images. So I'm going to go back to overlays, and I'm going to go pick my own again. So I'm going here, and I have an emerald that I found right here. And you can do cool stuff like erase around it and do a bunch of them, or this is the simpler way. It's quick. You just put it on a black background, and it looks like it's floating there. Okay? So there's that. And then let's see. There's also some other cool things in here. They have like fireworks. They've got sparkle stars. So like, let's say I wanted to put some sparkles. You just put these right here, make it nice and shiny. If I wanted to duplicate it, didn't want to keep going back, I would right click it again, and I'm going to press duplicate overlay. And there's another one. I can stick it over here by my head. So all sorts of neat things that you can be doing with PicMonkey. When you're done, you want to go up here and you want to save it. And you can save it however you want. But that's essentially it. So I'm going to stop sharing for a second. Oops. There we go. Okay. So what I want to do now is did I lose you? Okay. What I want to do now is I want to show you some images that I have made that have been good on PicMonkey. So I'm going to share my desktop with you here and pull this stuff up. So here's one that I did. It's for a challenge group, and it was called Change Your Priorities and Change Your Life. And what I did was I found a background that was just a sky, and then I found this image of hands with, I just typed in hands with light in them or something like that. And I erased around it, and it kind of blended in with the background. So I stuck it there, and then I put life in the center of it and just put my words here. And it's a nice eye-catching image to invite people to my challenge group. So there was that. Then I did this, we had a coaching group, not a coaching group, but a 7-day free challenge group. And so I was able to put all the coaches' names on there so everybody was represented, tell them what it was about, tell them what they would get, and it's all very clear. You can see everything. It's right there when they look at it. And it's pretty, and it's colorful, and it's neat. So that's the good thing about PicMonkey, is it looks professional, especially the more you practice with it. And then this last one I did for a Valentine's challenge, and once again I just got a background, and then I took Joey and I just erased around us, and then I added some cloud hearts and some text, and boom, there you go. So there's so much stuff you can do with it. You can have a lot of fun with it. So with that being said, I have your assignment for today. So your assignment is to create an image graphic for your next challenge group, an invite for your next challenge group. So figure out what your theme is going to be, what it's going to be about, or if it's just a general invite, just, you know, make it look interesting, okay? And I want you to make that as well as your call to action. So what you're wanting them to do with the information you're giving them. Is it that you want them to message you for more details. What do you want them to do? That's your call to action. And you're going to put that in a blurb above your image. But before you post it to your Facebook, post it in our group and tag your coach. And we're going to look at it and we're going to give you some pointers on maybe stuff that you could do better or that might look better, and also tell you the stuff that we think you did fabulously with. So it's a fun assignment. It's like art class. So go have fun. Make your PicMonkey images, and I can't wait to see them. It's a lot of fun to do. All right, have a good day.